Hey there, what's up, YouTubers? So, いよいよ再び日本へあと数日かな。So basically, I anticipate to set sail to Japan in a couple of days. All things considered, I have pretty much completed the fundamental framework for my plan, the plan about paying Japan another visit, in fact. And on the other hand, the persecution against my grandma and me, they began to intensify more and more over time. So I decide, I have decided to pay Japan a visit long time ago, and I just haven't been, haven't been able to piece those information all together and present them in a professional and decent and easy to read and use manner. Therefore, it took me, something like nearly a decade to compile all those necessary information in working order, so that pretty much everyone who wishes to pay Japan a visit can use it as some sort of handbook or guidance to so to make their trip to Japan more enjoyable, more fulfilling, etc. So here's the deal. So for tonight, I'd like to emphasize on the air ticket budgeting component, since no matter where you go, you just have to travel by air, especially when you travel to another island country or to another continent like Australia, America, Canada, Europe, from China to Australia, from China to America, from Japan to Australia, whatsoever. So nowadays, travels pretty much all necessitate traveling by air. Therefore, I'd like to show you so far what I have got. So let's see what we got here. Yes, in fact, so in case you just a wild assumption here, in case you also happen to travel to Japan from northern part of China, such as in my current location, Hebei province. That is a province. Hebei province. It situates itself at the closest proximity to Beijing or Peking, the capital city of People's Republic of China. And probably, as you know, there is no direct flight from my current city to Japan. Not to mention to Fukuoka. So as a result, I will first of all have to travel to to another city in China that has direct flight to Fukuoka, Japan, which will be cities like Dalian, also Shanghai, also Beijing. However, based on what I've gathered from my research so far, I have found that the most cost effective route to take could be first of all from my city to Dalian, then from my then catch my breath in Dalian for one night, then then get on to the plane to Fukuoka from Dalian. So pretty much that's my plan so far about how to budget and how to plan the route from the city I am currently residing in to Fukuoka. Even if in my current city it has no direct flight to Fukuoka, Japan. So please allow me to show you what I've got here. In fact, it should be here. In fact, I have done some research, of course, first of all via Google. I did something like I just search Dalian to Fukuoka. Dalian to Fukuoka, yes. So as you can see it here on my on the Google homepage, the Google search homepage, and I click www.trip.com cheap flights to Fukuoka. In fact, what I can see, I like to change them to I like to switch the currency to Australian dollars, of course, just to since what I only have, I currently only have a bit of RMB and a bit of Japanese yen, and but most predominantly the currency I have is Australian dollars, so I am just gonna switch it to Australian dollars and see. Well, I don't think I need to change the change country to Australia, so I suppose I will just leave it be for the time being. So I just searched I searched flights that depart on the 21st of September and return to China yes, since I only have since my visa only lasts for 15 days, which means I have to depart Japan on on the 15th day, on the 15th day since my arrival in Japan. So it should be so let's do some rudimentary mathematics here. Mathematics here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I need to depart Japan on the 5th of October, assuming I depart China from Dalian on the 21st of September this year. So let's do a quick search. Yes, I selected round trip, of course. I just like to show you what I found so far, on trip.com and also on some other Chinese websites. And I did a bit of price matching in case for the sake of maximum cost effectiveness, of course. And let's see what we have here. I should select non-stop. If we select non-stop, then what we have is by the company is Air China. The airplane departs to Japan at 11:20, and it costs Australian dollars 1,164 Australian dollars. Well, in fact, that wasn't the one I found several moments ago. The one I found was actually this one here. Please give me a sec to pinpoint it here on the laptop. Which one? Yes, in fact, this one was much cheaper. let's see. Sorry about my clumsiness. It's actually, where is it? Jesus, where is it? No, this one. Yes, this one. Sorry about my. Yeah. Yes, that's the one I found. I managed to find actually, several moments ago. Yes, and it just costs $808 Australian dollars, of course. So so that's pretty much the that's pretty much what I need to say, what I think I have to say about the advanced planning about planning a trip to Japan, on how to find the most cost-effective air tickets. And there's another thing I like to mention, as aside from that. Just let me show you again. Yes, so here, oops, so here in fact is the project folder I created on my company's Asana platform, and I have pretty much outlined each and every task that plays a vital role to ensuring a smooth and safe and enjoyable trip to Japan. So in order to make the most of this trip to Japan, I have outlined, specified, and detailed all these critical and vital tasks here. Please be aware that I censored some of them because I need to reserve them for my next waves or range of unlisted and restricted videos. So to view those restricted or unlisted clips on YouTube, please support me on Patreon, and I can guarantee you will see them in no time once I can confirm that you have begun to support me on Patreon. So yes, regarding how to select your flight, how to plan your or how to find the most cost-effective air ticket to Japan, Fukuoka, I have created a very specific task here, which should be named air ticket. Please let me do a search. Gather info and decide which air ticket to buy. So please note that I've labeled this task, this particular task, as critical task and of course high priority task. So please allow me to show you what I wrote. Yes, so yes, that's it. So I mark its due date on this Sunday, which is the 15th of September, year 2019. So excuse me. So here is the here is the flight, the domestic flight I have pretty much tentatively decided to purchase to Darlin, and once I reach Darlin on the 3rd of October, and I'm gonna just stay one night at a local hotel which sits in close proximity to the Darlin airport, and then I have also tentatively decided to purchase this particular air ticket to Fukuoka from Darling. Please note it's this particular flight will take me directly from Darling to Fukuoka. Sorry, which one did I show you? Yes, here. So here is the international flight, and the other one, from Hebei to Darling will be the domestic flight I have selected. I have had some plans, to, in fact, to catch a flight in Shanghai or in Guangzhou or even in Hong Kong, but then I dismissed them because the time it leaves, it departs from China, and the time where it when it returns to Guangzhou or to Shanghai in China, that does not quite match the time when I wish to catch the flight back to my grandma's place. So that's pretty much why I just had to dismiss those plans and choose this particular plan instead. All things considered, and definitely it's gonna be my very first overseas trip without without receiving any help from my old man, because he just passed away several weeks ago, and apparently he won't be able to help me with that, and I just have to get prepared for whatever challenges that lies ahead of me. Yes, I definitely consider such trip a somewhat daunting challenge, and if you happen to have played the video game called Hitman Absolution, I will definitely mark the level the level of difficulty of this particular trip or mission as as expert level, if not purist level. So Jesus, mate, it's just on the one hand I feel so vakuaku very excited about this trip I am about to take action so that it becomes a reality, and on the other hand I also get very nervous very nervous of it, fearing I won't be able to make it in one piece back to China. I also fear that my chronic depression could get the best of me, and somehow I could just jump into the railway in front of a running bullet train or whatsoever. But fortunately, in most Fukuoka subway stations, they all have those screening doors to prevent that from happening, which gives me a bit of a relief. So let's pray for me so that never happens, so that I can enjoy my trip in Japan and come and return to China to my grandma in one piece. Alright, I shall, to keep this video as concise as possible, I shall omit the praying, the praying part, the component for praying for this particular video here. So thanks again for watching and listening. In case you have anything to say about this video, or in case you have a better plan, please feel free to post it below this video clip. And I look forward to seeing you guys in Japan in several weeks. So thanks again, and stay tuned, stay blessed, stay faithful. I shall see you on the next video on YouTube. Maybe also in Japan as well. Thanks again, stay blessed, stay faithful, and stay tuned. Bye bye. Cheers. Jen.